Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to compute the element-wise sum of two tuples. So these are my two tuples. The first tuple is having three elements, 1, 2, 3, and the second tuple is having three elements, 4, 5, 6. So when I run this code, I see the element-wise sum to be 5, 7, and 9. But how do we get there? So when we add the first element to the first element of this tuple, so the first element of the first tuple is added to the first element of the second tuple, we have 5, 1 plus 4 is 5. Then second element of the first tuple plus the second element of the second tuple, we are having number 7, and with the same logic, number 9 is computed. But how do we do it in Python? So here I'm calling a function to do that, because here I'm creating the tuples, then I'm calling the print function to print the output. So this is the message element wise sum. Then it is separated by a comma from the part that I'm calling this function with two arguments. So this is the name of the function element wise sum, and two arguments are being passed to this function. So this is the function. So when I call the function, the compiler goes up here and start executing whatever that is inside this function. So this is the name of the function element-wise sum. To declare it, I use the def keyword, and it has two arguments, tuple 1 and tuple 2. So these two tuples are being passed to this function as arguments. Then what is happening here is the following. So we would like to iterate over the first tuple and the second tuple, and one by one add the elements. Okay, so we need to iterate through both of the tuples, and the first iterating variable is going to take this number, and the second iterating variable is going to take this number, and then these two numbers need to be added to each other. To do that, I'm having a for loop. So two iterating variables, as you can see here, are created or declared here. And these two variables are going to iterate over tuple 1 and tuple 2 simultaneously using the zip function. So the zip function allow to have an iteration from these two iterating variables for these two tuples. Okay, so then when they are iterating over these two tuples, they are being added to each other as well. So for example, in the first iteration, a equals 1, b equals 4. Okay, and then a plus b equals 5 here. So this is the first element of the element-wise sum. Okay, so a is iterating the tuple 1 and b is iterating tuple 2 using the zip function. We are iterating over two tuples simultaneously using two different iterating variables. Here we call them a and b, and then we add them to have the element-wise sum. Okay, we add them. And finally, in this part of the parentheses, we are converting whatever that is inside, whatever that is done there, to a tuple, because we want to create a tuple. Okay, so in the second iteration, a equals 2, b equals 5, then a plus b equals 7, and in the third iteration, a equals 3 and b equals 6. Therefore, a plus b equals 9. So this is how we can use the zip function to use two iterating variables to iterate over two tuples simultaneously, and then we have a plus b here to add the value of each of those iterating variables in each iteration to each other. Then I use the tuple function to convert whatever that is inside this parenthesis, whatever that is happening here. So we are creating these numbers 5, 7, 9 to convert this to a tuple, because we would like to have a tuple, because we were having two inputs as tuples and we would like to have a tuple as the output. So we use the tuple keyword, and this function is going to return this. And when we call the function here, this function do the calculation for us, this element wise sum function do the calculation for us and return the tuple as the output of this function. And when we call it, so it is going to return us the result. So the result is being printed in the output. So it says element wise sum, this message is being shown, and then the final tuple is shown here. Thank you for watching.